What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Siepman, and we actually got the Bulls. They ended up trading in to the second round of the 2023 NBA Draft. I did not expect them to do that, but they ended up doing it. They ended up taking Julian Phillips, the wing out of Tennessee, as the Bulls remained quiet throughout this NBA Draft. Obviously, we knew the rumors around Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic. Like, we really thought like the Bulls could possibly be making a move, and we obviously know the Zach LaVine rumors have really kind of surfaced as of late. You know, we had the noise around Scoot Henderson. Could the Bulls be possibly trading up to number 3, even number 2 with the Charlotte Hornets? But the Bulls, they ended up not doing anything in the first round, and then they ended up trading up with the Washington Wizards, and they ended up giving up 2 future second-round picks to go get their guy in Julian Phillips, the wing out of Tennessee. And honestly, when I kind of first got this trade kind of popped up on my phone here, I was extremely intrigued because Julian Phillips, he's obviously more of a developmental pick for the Chicago Bulls. He's probably not going to be ready to play right away, but kind of just get to know him a little bit. He was from South Carolina. He's 19 and a half years old, and he was a freshman this past year for the Tennessee Volunteers. He's 6'7". He weighs about 200 pounds. And then Nick Roloff has him as the 38th ranked prospect in our Chat Sports big board, but kind of scouting him a little bit. He is an extremely talented athlete who knows how to use his athleticism on the defensive end. And we talked about what the Bulls need to accomplish this offseason. Definitely get better defensively, and he kind of checks that box for the Chicago Bulls in terms of his game a little bit. He reads the ball off the rim extremely well, and he is an extremely tenacious rebounder. And again, the Bulls, with kind of the front court situation right now with Nikola Vucevic and Andre Drummond, like they needed to add rebounding to that front court. And obviously, he's going to need to develop a consistent jump shot if he kind of wants to kind of stay in the league a little bit. But this is more of a developmental piece, and I'm actually a fan of this pick. But I'll ask you guys, grade the pick of Julian Phillips. The Bulls traded 2 second-rounders to jump up to number 35 in the NBA Draft. Grade the pick. This will be the pinned comment on today's video. Give me an A, B, C, D, or F in the comment section. This will be a pinned comment, so YouTube's going to throw you an ad break your way. Sit back, let it play, and answer today's pinned comment. But his stats from this past year for the Tennessee Volunteers, obviously the stats aren't going to blow you away. Very similar to the Patrick Williams pick, in my opinion, when the Bulls took him 4th in the 2020 NBA Draft. But he averaged 8.3 points per game. He averaged around 4.7 rebounds and 1.4 assists on okay efficiency. Again, I keep saying it, but he's going to be a developmental piece for the Chicago Bulls. And this is actually what Kevin O'Connor had to say about Julian Phillips. He says, disruptive defender who will take a charge. He makes a second effort on block attempts and hustles well in transition at swiping at the ball. With an excellent size and a very long wingspan, he will be able to effectively guard multiple positions. Headsy cutter and a slasher who consistently finds openings to attack the basket. And I think that's what the Bulls need. Like, the Bulls are in kind of this weird kind of an NBA purgatory position where they aren't bad enough to get a top pick in the NBA draft, but they aren't good enough to compete for championships. And adding kind of a boom or bust prospect right here in Julian Phillips, honestly, I'm a fan of it. Like, he's not going to contribute right away next year, but talking about down the line for the Chicago Bulls, like, I really think he could be an interesting prospect where they could potentially develop into something. You know, if we talk about 3-and-D wings in the modern-day NBA, they're more valuable than anything. And I like the Bulls kind of taking a chance on a guy like Julian Phillips here, the wing out of Tennessee. But I'll throw this question your guys' way. Will the Bulls make the playoffs in 2023-2024 NBA season? Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no down in the comment section. I sure hope they do, but obviously we'll find out. And while you're down there answering that question, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. You know, the Bulls are trading into the second round late here at night, and we got a Bulls video for you guys ASAP. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for any Bulls news and rumors around the NBA offseason. Obviously, there's still that uncertainty around DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine and seeing what the Bulls would do. So make sure you guys subscribe, stay in the loop. But obviously, the Bulls trade into the second round to select Julian Phillips at the 35th overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft. They actually ended up losing their second round pick originally when they were breaking tampering rules when they signed Lonzo Ball. And then last year, the Bulls took Dalen Terry, who didn't really play as well. So we're kind of looking at Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips here. Like, similar players in the terms of the defensive side of the floor, like very versatile defenders. I think they both can guard 1 through 4 at the high level. But again, these are both very developmental pieces. And you're kind of putting a lot of trust in the Bulls training staff and just the developmental staff and just kind of the position coaches on their roster into developing them into very solid players. And will they end up contributing? Not really too sure. Obviously, this is a second-round pick. Like, we very rarely see second-round picks really work out in the NBA. But the Finals MVP from this last year, Nikola Jokic, he was selected at 41st overall back in his draft class. So obviously, there is still that kind of boom or bust potential with a guy like Julian Phillips. But the Bulls, they missed the postseason for the 5th time in the last 6 seasons. And we've really seen the Bulls kind of struggle to kind of bounce back from the Derrick Rose injury this past season. And obviously the trade rumors are flying in Chicago as they look to build around Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan. Who really knows what's going to go on with them? That's also another reason we guys hit that subscribe button and stay in the loop. The Bulls, they really need a sense of direction right now, and I don't really think they got it by obviously trading up in the second round. But free agency is just around the corner, and I do expect the Bulls to be active. So give me a name that you guys want the Bulls to sign in free agency. Obviously, the Chris Middleton just declined his player option in Milwaukee, and the Bulls have been connected to him in the latest Vegas odds. I think they were 3rd to sign Chris Middleton. So maybe the Bulls decide to run it back, and they decide to say, hey, we're going to run with Zach LaVine, DeMar, Chris Middleton, and Nikola Vucevic and try to win some games next season. But to kind of recap it, the Bulls do select Julian Phillips, the wing out of Tennessee. 6'7", 200 pounds. He's a lengthy, kind of twitchy defender, and I'm a fan of his game. Like I really do. I like this pick. You're kind of taking a boom or bust chance here for Julian Phillips. So again, the Bulls, they didn't trade up in the first round, but they ended up trading for Julian Phillips in the second round, and he's 19 and a half years old, a complete kind of boom or bust prospect for the Chicago Bulls, getting the volunteer out of Tennessee. But again, I'm a fan of him. I do like where the Bulls are going here, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what the Bulls end up doing with guys like Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. But guys, make sure you subscribe to stay in the loop because we are going to keep you covered with whatever the Bulls do in free agency. Because free agency, it's just around the corner. It's going to really pop off next week. So guys, hit that subscribe button, stay in the loop. All Bulls, news, rumors, trade rumors, whatever it may be, we'll have you covered. We'll be your one-stop shop for it all. But the Bulls, they select Julian Phillips, the wing out of Tennessee. And as always, we'll see you guys next time. Go Bulls.